swivel, nice, relax up and over into a floater. 1. I'm like, Fanbo's dedicated, he's committed to it. That's what makes him unique. Obviously, he's naturally gifted, but you know, he's turned it up a few notches as far as taking his workouts more serious, being more committed to it, all that good stuff. So, all right, so before we get started, obviously, we've been working out for a while now, right? I want to start being more intentional about what we get out of the workout, right? You in particular, like what you're looking to achieve out of every workout. Because I know at times, obviously you worked out with me, you worked out with other people, you just came back from China, you did exceptionally well there. But I feel like the separation comes when you're able to be more intentional on what you're trying to get out of each and every workout. Okay, obviously the ultimate goal is to be a pro, right? I feel like you're a pro now. Obviously you got some things to work on, but from a mentality standpoint, you know, people know, like Fanbo probably gonna be a pro, right? The first thing I want you to understand, and I know you've heard it before, right? Your potential is limitless, okay? There have been people before you whose potential has been limitless, but they didn't have the right types of habits, right? The good thing about you right now is you're a gym rat, you got a phenomenal attitude. I think one of the most important things is you're extremely grateful to be in America, playing the sport that you love. So I think that you do take the game of basketball serious, right? But I feel like if you change your habits, for you, it's identity, okay? Because obviously you haven't been here that long, so your identity doesn't correlate with the level that you're trying to actually get to. Does that make sense to you? Okay, so one of the things that I know will change you, and not necessarily change you, but change the outcome that you end up achieving at a rapid pace is, instead of going out there and from an identity standpoint thinking, I gotta go out here and compete, right? Instead of competing, I need you to start having the mindset of dominating. You understand? Because you're good enough to take control of a game and change a game on your own. But you have to identify with that, right? I think right now, because you're still a little unsure, at times you kind of play well, and then other times you just play okay. You just kind of fit the script, fit the system, right? I want you to start separating yourself from a mental standpoint by identifying with just being the guy, right? With being a killer. Not a real killer, but obviously a killer on the basketball court, right? So every single time you take a shot when we go through a workout, create the reality consistently of it being a make, right? When I tell you, Fanbo, I need you to point to it, exaggerate it, and hold the follow through. You gotta be intentional about doing those things, because those little things carry over into the habit of identifying with being the guy. You understand? Yeah. Your preparation is what's gonna separate you from everybody else. Everybody's working out right now, right? You got a ton of guys going to different trainers. They're, you know, doing a bunch of ball handling drills, a whole bunch of weird finishes, right? Not saying it doesn't work for some guys, but for you, you're a little bit different because you're a pro, right? So I want you to start putting yourself in the mindset now, right? Being in a state mentally of being a pro now. Don't think I got to do all this stuff to get there, right? It all boils down to what you identify with. So from an identity standpoint, be a pro, but don't just be a pro, be one that's out there dominating, not competing, especially playing at the level that you're playing at now, which is local Florida high school basketball. All right, you ready to take it up a few notches? Yeah. Perfect. Sure. Let's get it.